You offer counseling. What else do you offer?
The second one is labor relations.
Okay. Would this be between the broker and the company, or between the company and the employee? What kind of labor relations?
Usually the worker, they will bring their salary list because they cannot understand.
Right.
Sometimes the factory didn't provide the English or Thai language.
Right.
That's only Chinese.
Right.
So sometimes we will explain what's this. And we also will negotiate between broker and worker, or employer and employee.
Right.
Yes, because the misunderstanding always happen between two groups.
Right.
Yes.
So what kinds of examples of mediation between labor relations have you dealt with? What
Okay.
examples?
I just take one example. It's happened in last week. A Thai worker is going home, and his employer didn't pay the worker for vacation for whole year because he had 14 days vacation.
Right.
But he didn't take it.
He didn't get his vacation.
Yes, so the employer should pay him for the daily salary for 14 days. So when the laborer come here, they will ask, how about this one? So we will make phone call to the factory or the company. We will tell them. And the factory or employer sometimes didn't really know our labor standard law.
I see.
So he will confuse, should I pay that? And we will explain, so could you take the standard law in what page? You can check it.
Right.
So they will find, I have to pay this one. So they will happy to pay it.
Right.
But sometimes we have to tell the Bureau of Labor.
Right. The CLA.
Yes.
Yeah.
And enforce the employer to pay the salary for vacation.
How do you find working with the CLA? Do you have a good working relationship with the CLA, or is it a difficult relationship?
In our center, we have a good relationship between CLA or the Bureau of Labor in Kaohsiung City.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
But not all local government will do this job very well.
Right.
Yes. Sometimes some Taiwanese not so care migrant workers so much.
Yeah.
I have to admit it because many Taiwanese they didn't feel the migrant worker just like have a person right like us.
Right.
So we will abuse some the migrant workers right.
Right.
Even our government.
Yeah.
If the case is very serious, maybe they will make it to small case. It still happen.
Yeah.
We are very sad to say that, but that's true. That's why our center sometimes have to force the government to do it.
What are examples of ways that you can force the government?
Okay, because we have a CLA in the central government, we also have local government.
Right.
And this kind cases will deal, the local government is the one to deal with the case. So we will tell the CLA, central government,
Right.
tell them about this case.
I see.
So the central government will force the local government to do it.
Yeah.
We have no right, and we have no right to force local government to do it, but we can tell the central government.
Right.
It means not only one government know this case,
Right.
maybe have 2 or 3. So they will contact to each other, how about your part? And nobody will allow another one do nothing.
Right.
This is our way. Maybe it's not the best way, but this is the way we can do.
Right.
And sometimes we will tell the
Legislature.
yes, legislature, but usually we don't want to do that because that's not a regular way.
Okay.
Yes, but sometimes we have to use it.
Do you ever use the media to raise awareness about labor relations? Do you ever use newspapers or TV or other?
Yes, Before we also have a radio show. I think that's also last year. We stopped it because we don't have enough funds to do it. But that's a very good way. The migrant workers in Taiwan are contribute in factory and private family. Especially the worker in family, we are very difficult to contact with them. So through radio show, radio station, they only use radio, and we have live show, so they can call us, they can call out. That's the one way we can contact with the private worker in the private family.
Many of the domestic workers that I talked to weren't